£2 through Super Chat. You barely made it today, Mackle, bear.
I mean, it's like 5 degrees out here. What do you want me to tell you? What do you want me to tell you? Folks at home, today is the day. Techland has decided to pull that curtain back here today. Hopefully you can hear me. Very hard to do this show in this weather, I'll tell you, with all this fucking shit on.
Ice the One donated €5 through Super Chat. Dying Light base PS4 video looked good, Mackle. And that's the reality.
You guys really need to stop spamming that crap, man. I'm gonna turn this shit off, bro.
Men holding hands, men holding hands, men holding hands, men holding hands, men holding
Please stop donating shit like that, bro. You're really disrupting my show.
Men holding hands, men holding hands.
We have some serious crap to talk about here today. This is the fucking day. You gotta get him in here, folks. Today is the day that Techland has decided to pull that curtain back in a way that makes sense, and I'll tell you what, folks, we're going to dissect it right here live, okay? We're going to dissect it. It's literally 16 degrees Fahrenheit out here. I want you to ban that son of a bitch who just donated. Ban that piece of shit. I don't care how much he gave. Ban his ass. I'm sick of this shit. I'm out here. It's 16 degrees. We got incredible stuff to talk about here today. And you got these losers in here that have literally nothing to say, nothing to contribute to the show, and they want to waste my time out here when I don't have much time out here because it ain't even safe to be out here for that long of a time. You know what I mean? It's literally ban that piece of shit right now. I don't care who you are. Ban that fucking piece of shit. He's done. He's never coming back to my channel. I can't fucking do this show when you got retards coming in here and disrupting the entire fucking show. Please, for the love of God.
Thesaurus Child donated £10 through Super Chat. Dying Light 2 looks tedious, but at least zombies feature in this game. Resident Evil Village is done with a Gundam Wing guy, a doll, werewolves, a vampire babe, and a plump vendor. Oh, Capcom, zombie.
Oh my fucking God, the autism in here is off the charts, man. I mean, no one can stick to the track. Everyone's got to try and derail the damn show. I can barely move out here. I got so much shit on. But this is the reality of the situation. Got a choker on too. Literally, it's choking. But I'll tell you what, folks, Techland has decided to pull that curtain back here today. It's Friday, 1 week until release. I really didn't think that they were going to do that. And did they hit that home run? Well, we're going to dissect it here in just a moment, but they did pull that curtain back. Did they do it in a way that made sense? That is the big question right here and right now. Did they pull that curtain back in a way that makes sense? We're going to dissect. Techland has gave us old generation console footage, and again, we're going to get to it momentarily.
Saunders Child donated £2 through Super Chat. I heard The Last of Us remake may be coming.
Well, that's fantastic. You want to know how I got these fucking scars? From doing this stupid Barney the Dinosaur show we do out here. Guys, we got to dissect this, okay? Techland has decided to pull that curtain back. Was World Class wrong? Maybe. I might have been wrong, folks. Oh, man, this isn't good. I might have been wrong. How's the audio, folks? We got to make sure we got good audio. We can't bring the normal headset because it won't fit on my head. I mean, that's the reality. So, again, Techland has decided to pull. This is the most ridiculous show I've ever done. I mean, it's literally 16 degrees Fahrenheit out here. Do you understand? You don't understand.
$20 through Super Chat. Fuel, my lord. Let's see if they fumbled that football.
Well, I mean, I hope they didn't fumble the football, but we're going to take a look, folks. There's a lot of people in here right now. And, you know, I'm not going to say I was wrong because we have yet to dissect this in a way that makes sense, but they did pull the curtain back. Now, of course, the big question right now is, did they pull the curtain back in a way that makes sense here today? Did they pull the curtain back in a way that makes sense here today? That's the big question. We're going to get You got to stop, dude.
Don't ban me. I love you, Michael.
Well, quit fucking disrupting the show. You know, you can put a few emojis, but dude, you're literally disrupting the show with this shit, bro. Damn. I'm gonna turn it off. I gotta get to the shit out here. It's fucking freezing. It's not a big L for World Class out here. What you mean, homie? This is a W. This is a W. This was what I was clamoring for weeks. For literally 2 to 3 weeks, if not a month straight, bro. We were out here. And they have decided to pull that curtain back. Now, the big question is right now, did they do it in a way that makes sense? Let's go ahead and dissect this, folks. Let's go ahead and dissect this. Let's full screen this son of a bitch. And let's hope that this is working. Because I can't double check. Gotta take the glove off for a second here. All right, it should be working, folks. We're gonna dissect. Techland has finally pulled that curtain back. Did they do it in a way that makes sense? We got 4 minutes of footage here. Rated M for mature, in-game purchases. That's not fantastic news, but whatever. And let's go ahead and play. Okay, footage captured on old-gen consoles. That's what Techland is telling us here. Techland presents footage captured on old-gen consoles. This is the moment that we have been waiting for, folks, okay? We have been clamoring for this footage for literally weeks now. 2 weeks, at least, since the damn sneak peek.
Donated $100.
Holy fucking shit, bro.
World-class veteran.
Let's go, baby! We just got $100! Holy shit! Bad Cake is coming through, baby. Hell yeah, brother. We appreciate it. $100 super chat. Who's getting the W in here? Holy shit, did Techland hit that home run? Bad Cake out here with $100 with the $100 super chat. Holy fucking shit. Hell is frozen over. Hell is frozen over. Bad Cake coming through. No, wait, why is that off the screen? Bad Cake coming through with the $100 super chat. Hell yeah, brother. We appreciate it. Holy fucking shit, folks. Again, Techland has pulled the curtain back today. And in this extreme cold out here, we're going to see if they have dissected the reality of the situation. Holy shit, I gotta undo this.
Marie Elena donated $1.99 through Super Chat.
Hell yeah, brother, we appreciate it. Holy shit, Bat Cake. Let's get a W for Bat Cake. Supporting the show in a way that makes sense. Hitting those Bruce Wayne bucks right there. And again, hopefully this is on the screen still working. Techland presents footage captured on old gen console. Here we go. This is what we have been clamoring for. Old gen console gameplay. You got Panam and Night City there. Holy shit. All right, they've wasted a little too much time already, but nonetheless, this is PlayStation 4. Okay. Presumably that means base PS4. And this is PlayStation 4 Dying Light 2 right here, folks. This is it. The moment that we've been waiting for. Holy shit, did Techland pull that curtain back in a way that makes sense? Not much action here. Okay, here's some combat on the rooftops. Here's some combat on the rooftops. Okay, we've seen that clip before. Some zombie action on the streets. Some more zombie action. I can't see the screen. It's too fucking dark. All right, so that concludes the PlayStation 4 footage right there. Am I totally convinced? No. I mean, hey, I'm not trying to be negative out here. But the majority of that footage was them flailing around on rooftops, okay? I mean, that's just the reality. Those are the mathematics. Those are the mathematics, okay? So again, base PS4 footage on Dying Light 2 right here. The moment we've been waiting for. So a lot of the footage is them. Here's some combat on the rooftops here. Okay, some zombie combat on the ground. So here's my concern still, and I know people are going to say I'm a contrarian, I'm negative, I'm this, I'm that, but ultimately what I'm concerned right now with is that, you know, you look at what they're showing here, and it's the same old area. You know what I mean? It's the same old area that we've been seeing time and time again. Now, you could argue spoilers, you could argue this, that, and the third, but at the end of the day, it is practically the same areas that we have seen for a while now. There might be a new area here in the dark, but it is hard to see out here. And that's base PS4 gameplay. That's base PS4 gameplay, Dying Light 2. And then we're going to jump to PlayStation 4 Pro, which is the first time that we've seen this game running on PlayStation 4 Pro. Okay, this is the debut of PlayStation 4 Pro footage of Dying Light 2 right here. Debut footage, a lot of action going on here. But of course, the PS4 Pro can handle it a little bit better than base PS4. It's got a higher GPU, stronger GPU, I should say, higher clock speed on the CPU. So we got base PS4, we got PlayStation 4 Pro. Yeah, next we go to Xbox One. This is our first look at Xbox One, Dying Light 2. This was the big question mark, especially because they omitted footage of Xbox One in the sneak peek for some reason. But yet, here it is, Xbox One, Dying Light 2. How does it perform? Again, we're back on the rooftops here, kind of in the same area. Now we're gliding, which is interesting to see. The gliding is very interesting to see. Because, you know, you would suspect that that would require more processing power or what have you.
Saunders Child donated £2 through Super Chat. No PS5, myself. It's the bare necessities, bear.
Come on, guys. Yeah. Xbox One, Dying Light 2, okay. We're going to get the glove back on and resume the footage. All right, back on the rooftops. Rooftop session only, I mean, Jesus. How much rooftop gameplay we got? Okay, some night work here. Xbox One. All right, some cinematic stuff here. Oh man, okay, Xbox One X. This shouldn't have as much trouble. Xbox One X. How many teraflops is that? 6 teraflops? How is this audio doing, folks? Too loud, too low? I can't tell. So Xbox One X right here, folks, the reality of the situation. We're getting some combat on Xbox One X. Yeah, now they're going to give us some unedited clips of the parkour runs here, okay? Uncut parkour run, PlayStation 4, base PS4 Pro, uncut parkour run. See, this is what we were asking for, but, you know... This is what we were asking for, but as you can see, there's not much happening here in this gameplay. You know what I mean? I mean, there's really not much happening here in this gameplay, folks, I'll tell you that. Running around the rooftops in the same ass area. All right, now they're going to do it again on Xbox One. They got balls to show this on Xbox One. Let me just put it that way. They got balls to be showing this game on base Xbox One, bro. If this is truly what we're seeing, they have balls to show this on base Xbox One. Let me just put it to you that way.
The Saunders Child donated £2 through Super Chat. I think this may be more enjoyable with co-op.
Yeah. All right, so they're running the same path here as they just did. Base Xbox One footage. Unedited. There it is. Oh, yeah, pre-order. Well, guys, should I click the button? Oh, man. Well, what can we take away from this footage here? I don't know. That's the big answer. I don't know. Guys, I'm still not convinced. I know that sounds stupid, but, and I'm not trying to be negative. I mean, you know, for the most part, it looks kind of smooth based off of what they're showing here. Maybe a little bit smoother than anticipated, to be totally frank with you. But at the end of the day, I am not totally convinced. And I'm wondering, I'm assuming that this gameplay here is captured with the day one patch installed. So what happens if you don't install the day one patch? Because if you didn't install the day one patch with Cyberpunk, even with the day one patch, it was still a nightmare. So what if we don't install the day one patch here for base PS4 and base Xbox One? I mean, you know, how crucial is the day one patch going to be? What I would have preferred here at the end where they show uncut gameplay is not them roaming around aimlessly on the rooftops where there's nothing happening, but more so combat gameplay. That would have sealed the deal for me right there. But they did decide to show off rooftop parkour when nothing's happening.
MA fucking devil donated $6.66 through Super
Holy shit,
Chat.
this is ice.
The devil approves.
Well, don't be so fast to get your hopes up, okay? Cyberpunk showed off gameplay. Now, granted, they didn't show off base consoles, but here's the thing. Cyberpunk CD Projekt Red made it look really fantastic for the most part, and they did it in a way that was kind of disingenuous. Now, I know CD Projekt Red, Techland, different, but at the end of the day, I'm still going in cautiously optimistic here, and the big question still concerns, what if we don't install the day one patch? Are we going to get this performance day one? I'm glad they showed off the hang glider because, you know, that is probably going to be demanding.
Donated $2 through Super Chat. Mafia Definitive Edition is the greatest game. 100.
You guys really have to stop disrupting my show. I'm going to ban everyone in here who fucking disrupts my show from here on out. I mean, it's getting really annoying. Okay, you guys are really weird and clingy, and you guys are like, well, get on the Xanax. But this is it, folks. Old gen gameplay right here. I don't know what to say. I mean, you know, I'm a little bit more satisfied here, but I'm not satisfied enough. I'm not totally convinced because they are choosing the same area for the most part here. They're choosing the same areas that we've seen time and time again. But it was nice to see some combat on the ground here for base PS4. But they really didn't show much combat on base Xbox One, did they? They didn't show as much combat on base Xbox One. Let's see how much combat they show on base Xbox One. How much combat are we getting on base Xbox One? I think Xbox One is going to struggle the most. Just looking at this footage and looking how they're showcasing. See, we got nothing but parkour on base Xbox One right here, and a little bit of combat at night. A little bit of combat at night here, but definitely not much combat. Okay, so now it's cutting to cinematics. It's cutting to cinematics. So Xbox One seems to be the console to avoid based off of this footage. That is my assumption. They showed off less combat on base Xbox One, and they showed off more parkour and cutscenes. So base Xbox One, if you're on that platform, just strap your seatbelts in because you might be in for one hell of a bumpy road on that one. But, you know, that's to be expected. Base Xbox One is pretty underpowered. So is base PS4, but I think base Xbox One struggles a little bit more than base PS4. As quite clearly they have decided to show more combat on base PS4, folks. And that is the reality of the situation. Today is the day that Techland pulled the curtain back. I don't know if they did it in a way that made sense, but it definitely is nice to see this game running on these base consoles, okay? I'll give them that, okay?
WC donated $2 Canadian through Super Chat.
Man.
How does it feel?
Yeah, you're taking the L. I mean, guys, CD Projekt Red, and I know they're not Techland, but CD Projekt Red showed off PlayStation 4 Pro gameplay. They showed off Xbox One gameplay. Everyone was convinced that this was fantastic. I mean, they're showing us what we want to see. You know, they're showing us what they want us to see. You know what I mean? They're showing us what they want us to see. I'm not... Look, I can't be sold on this totally yet. I can't. Especially base Xbox One. Based off of what they decided to show for base Xbox One, I'm very concerned for that platform, dude. Like, the majority of base Xbox One footage is them roaming around the same areas. We get a hang glider shot, which is kind of cool. But there's not much action going on here for base Xbox One, not as much as they showed off for base PS4, so I'm very concerned for base Xbox One. There's a little bit of nighttime combat here, a little bit of combat. They're showing this off at night because they don't want you to see probably the pop-ins and stuff like that. I think that's a very clever choice. I think base Xbox One, if you're playing this game on base Xbox One, just prepare for the worst, okay? That's my takeaway here. Now they're jumping to cinematics that don't require much happening, because it's all just set animations and shit like that. Nothing really too dynamic going on here with these kind of cutscenes. But, and the resolution, and I know it's hard to see on this shit, but the resolution is, I don't even know if that's 720p. I mean, probably it is, but it looks pretty fucking blurry. So I think base Xbox One is definitely the one to be very concerned for if you're playing on that. Not many people are, but there might be some people still on base Xbox One. PlayStation 4, base PlayStation 4. Hopefully this is base PS4 and not, you know, that's what it says. some more nighttime gameplay combat here. Well, they pulled the curtain back. They certainly pulled the curtain back. I really thought that we were going to have to wait until Monday to see it. But they did stick to their word, and they did say that more gameplay was coming in January, although they did wait until the seemingly very last moment here. Only about a few days left of January. So, guys, I'm not 100% convinced, but it is looking a little bit better now. There might very well be light at the end of the tunnel, folks. Holy shit, we got an 18-wheeler coming by. Holy fuck me. All right, let's go ahead and open up the phone lines here if we can attempt to do that. Oh, Jesus, we're clicking on wrong things. Hard to operate when you got gloves on. All right, folks, the reality of the situation unfolds. Let's go ahead and do this. Holy hell. All right, let's open up the lines, folks. They just showed off old-gen console gameplay. We've been clamoring for this for multiple weeks now. Still have concerns. Of course, they are going to show us what we want to see. Is it as bad as Cyberpunk? Doesn't appear to be. Is it the next Cyberpunk? Well, we don't have 100% concrete information on that. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and open up the lines. Let's go ahead and open up these lines, folks. And let's see what you guys think. No, they're saying I'm taking an L. I mean, I am taking an L. It's fucking freezing balls out here. I hope we have some quality callers here today. I really hope we have some quality callers here today. I don't want to have fucking stupidity out here. Hello, you're on the air. Can we please get quality callers here today? I don't have time to... I can't hear you. Please leave my show and never come back. If we can't get any quality callers, we're not going to take calls here today. This is your opportunity to call into my show. I want serious discussion, folks, okay? We're not going to play clown out here. I'm tired of playing clown, okay? It is incredibly cold. So we're doing the show in extreme circumstances. This is probably the coldest that I've ever come out here and done this show. But I knew we had to do the show today, okay? I knew we had to come out here and dissect this. Overall, it is a good sign, a better sign than where we stood 24 hours ago. But I'm still not 100% sold on performance on old-gen consoles. I think it is safer to pre-order now, or to at least keep the pre-order locked in. But I still do think that there definitely could be some hiccups here and there. Is it the next Cyberpunk? It isn't seemingly looking as severe as Cyberpunk. So it might not be the next Cyberpunk, but we still don't have 100% word on that. I don't know. People aren't calling in. There's about 600 people watching still. I don't know what's going on here, but hopefully we get some quality callers. And I don't want to sit through a bunch of bullshit here. So can we please get quality callers? That's what we're asking for. I know this guy's not a quality caller. Hello, you're on the air. All right. Can we please get quality callers? Can you please support my show? Can you please do something for me? Okay, we're trying to have a discussion, a dialogue out here. I'm hoping that we can have that moment, but it is incredibly hard to operate this show when you got 500 layers on. And it is only getting colder out here, folks, as we're just standing still. The blood's not circulating. So, I mean, it's literally like 13 degrees out here, 17 degrees, something like that, folks. But, then again, this is the reality of the situation right here. Am I convinced? Not totally. You got to stop calling in, man. You got to stop calling in. I need serious callers. The number's on the screen, folks. I don't know why we're not getting callers. This is a big fucking day for this whole goddamn game. But there is still plenty to talk about. I'm kind of glad I didn't get an early copy now, because that might have been a waste of money. But, we'll see. And when I mean early copy, I mean the early copy on PS4. Not that opportunity came up, but if it did, might have been a big L for me. All right, let's go. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Michael. What's up, man?
Yeah. Hello, you're on the air.
What do you think about...
No, I want to know what you think. If you were watching the show, well, I'm going to hang up on you if you can't go.
I think it's going to turn out well. I really do. On old gen hardware, I'm not too sure about. Even with the small video that we seen here today, I just don't know about old gen hardware.
Okay, so what are you saying? What could they have done to convince you that this is actually going to be 100% confident old gen hardware? Holy shit, we got ice out here. We got fucking ice.
The gameplay trailers is not actual gameplay.
Where was there a gameplay trailer?
The whole thing was a gameplay trailer.
What do you mean?
It wasn't actual actual gameplay. I didn't.
What are you talking about? How is that? How is that not actual gameplay?
It's running in real time. That's the problem.
What are you talking about, bro? That was actual gameplay.
Let me see the game running on real-time hardware, old-gen hardware, and then I'll be.
What do you mean? They just showed it off on old-gen hardware. What are you talking about?
It needs to be on old-gen hardware.
It is!
Freaking real-time, not a freaking gameplay trailer.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, they did show off some unedited clips there at the end, but to be fair, there wasn't much happening there.
Exactly. The parkour, I've seen that in plenty of damn videos. They're all on PC. Now we seen it on old-gen. Okay, that's still not gameplay. You see what I'm saying? It's still not
I mean, it's gameplay, but it's a gameplay. Yeah, I think I know what you're saying. It's a gameplay trailer instead of pure. I mean, I knew they weren't going to show us raw gameplay. I mean, that's a little ridiculous. In fact, I'm surprised they even showed off the end there with those unedited clips.
I'm surprised they came through and actually put up a video.
Well, I mean, I knew they were going to do that, but I mean.
Yeah, but so soon, like it's.
What do you mean so soon, bro? What are you talking about? We're literally 1 week away until the release. In fact, maybe 6 days away. So soon, bro. They waited until the last moment to show this off. What you mean, homie?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You can't pull out a freaking pre-order right now. You're screwed. If you pre-ordered this game, you're screwed. You're gonna have to live with it.
What do you mean, bro? What are you talking about?
It's over.
You're trolling, dude. You're fucking trolling, bro. I'm not even saying shit like that anymore. What are you talking about, bro?
You have 10 days. You have 10 days to get your money back.
Who said that?
That's in their contract for freaking refunds.
Whose contract? What the fuck? That sounds like a fucking scam.
It is now down to 7 days. That means that the people that are pre-ordered are not going to get their money back. You're just going to have to do it. If you pre-ordered this game, if it turns out to be absolute slop, it's your fucking fault.
Well, I think you can refund it. I mean, I'm sure you can refund it on Xbox or PlayStation, right?
I don't. Good luck with Sony and getting a refund from Sony.
Oh yeah. I can't imagine.
You can beg to Phil Spencer and maybe he'll give you your money back. If you're lucky.
We didn't see much city gameplay here, and that is pretty concerning. They're sticking to the familiar areas.
That's what I'm saying. Show gameplay where the hardware is actually at work. That's actually able to render and process shaders and everything. This small clip gameplay of running on fucking rooftops does not show shit.
Bro, they're saying you're mentally challenged.
Well, fuck these assholes. They don't know what the hell they're talking about.
What do you mean, dude? You are trolling, dude. I think you're fucking trolling now. I'm not even that fucking. I mean, 24 hours ago, I was very concerned, but I mean, this is a little bit more confident in terms of the performance of the game. I mean, it looks 30 frames to me, but I mean, here's my question. If I buy this game on disc, and I know I'm going to be the only one because I'm a fucking boomer, right? But if I install this game straight from the disc to my base PS4, is the experience going to be indicative of what they're showing here? Because if this game runs like absolute shit without the day one patch, to me that is a failure. Because I should not be required to update my game in order to get a solid experience. Now I'm not, I don't have the game, I don't have proof that that's the case, but with Cyberpunk, the day one update did make it a little bit more solid. However, it was still a fucking nightmare. So right now, that's my concern. If I buy this game on base PS4 and I install it without the day one patch, is it going to deliver what I'm seeing here? And if it does, then shit. I was wrong, and I'll take the big fat L, and you know what? This might be the biggest fat L that I've ever taken before. But we have yet, the game isn't in my hands yet, so.
Sadly, I don't think we're honestly going to see any of that until the day off.
Well, here's another concern that I still have is it seems like there's not, and I could be wrong, I don't have inside information, right? And everyone's under embargo, so they can't even confirm. But it seems like a lot of people, Jeff Grubb is reviewing this on Series X, Greg Miller is reviewing this on PS5, Oni Zombies PC, ACG on PC. So a lot of people are playing this on high-end hardware. And what I'm wondering is anyone going to be reviewing this on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, the old gen consoles, come February 2nd, February 3rd when the embargo lifts, right?
You could do that. That's up to you, man.
What do you mean? I don't have the game, bro. What do you mean? I don't have...
Storm being the first
Oh,
game
come on, bro. You're a
is
fucking troll, bro.
coming out
Why
soon.
we got
This
these stupid
game is
idiots in
fucking
here?
Trash on PS4 and Xbox. Don't fucking buy it. I've told you clowns since the
No.
beginning
That's
of
not my
the
agenda. I mean,
not
I don't have an
buying it.
agenda out here, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. But what I can tell you is that I'm just curious.
Low-key donated
How-
$2
how-
to
how-
the
how-
super chat. It takes a big man, Michael.
I think everybody is curious about this game, man.
Well, I think to be totally frank, the game is looking a little bit better than it was 24 hours ago. I can't say no to that. However, they did cherry pick clips, and they are showing off kind of familiar areas within the game. There's not too much comment, especially on base Xbox One. So I'm not going to say I'm totally sold here. However, it's good that they stuck to their word. They said it was coming in January. We're still here in now. They did wait at least over 2 weeks since this. It took them 2 weeks to put this together, which is a little fucking lazy, but it is what it is, and I'm sure they had this done a long time ago. Overall, are you convinced? Let me ask you this: if you were playing this on a base PS4 or a base Xbox One and you had it pre-ordered prior to this gameplay footage, would you keep the pre-order locked in now after having seen this?
If I had already pre-ordered, probably, but I'd
Okay.
still be skeptical. That's why I haven't honestly pre-ordered now. I have a PS4. If I wanted,
Yeah,
to,
but you're
to buy
playing
it
you're
and
playing
have
this
a
on
copy of
PC.
it for PS4,
Yeah, but you're playing this on PC, bro.
No. Well, here's the thing. I want to see how it works on Ultra hardware just as much as you do.
What are you talking about? It's literally on the screen, dude. You are fucking trolling now, bro.
No, I am not. I seriously, if I wanted to go out and buy this, game for PS4, and if you're not gonna do it, I'll fucking do it. I'll buy it for PS4 and be like, hey, it plays like shit on PS4.
Well, how do we know that? I mean, right now what we're looking at, it seems pretty fucking smooth, all things considered. I mean, the concern that I have is the day one patch and how crucial the day one patch is going to be. Because if the day one patch is a totally different game from what's on the disc, that isn't fair. Because not everyone, I mean, I'm not saying people buy games without internet, but you would be surprised probably down there in Kentucky. I mean,
What you talking about, Kentucky?
Well, they probably got slow internet in Kentucky, right? Out in the sticks?
Well, maybe they do, but at least I don't fuck my sisters.
Okay, we're moving on, dude. You got problems. You're trolling, dude. You're just fucking trolling. Get out of here, dude. Damn, I can't even come on here and say that this, I mean, that guy's just crazy. Hello, you're on the air. Let's get some callers in here, folks. Oh, no. You got to stop calling into my show. Hello, you're on the air.
Consider making an apology to Techland.
Well, it's too soon to do that, but we'll figure it out. Can we please get quality callers to call in? I'm tired of these stupid trolls calling into my show, playing along to the show. There's nothing to play along to here anymore. I mean, I think this is a W for Techland right now as it stands. I still have concerns, I still have questions, but I guess we're just going to have to wait until February 4th or February 3rd. Hello, you're on the air. Do you got a comment or question for this right here? We got some old gen gameplay here today. No one's calling into the show, which is very surprising. I don't know what's going on with that, but it is what it is. Hello, you're on the air. Can you say something? Are you dead? Are you in a vegetative state?
Michael, it's Marty here.
All right, we're done with you. Man, we got bad callers here today. Very, very bad callers here today. I'm hoping someone can step up to the plate. But it seems like that's impossible here today. We got literally nothing but trolls calling in here today, and that's so incredibly sad. I don't know what's up with that. I was hoping we would have a dialogue out here today, but it seemingly isn't in the cards, which is really incredibly sad. I'm going to start blocking those people if they can't stop. Okay, I'm waiting for one quality caller to call in and share their opinions here, but it isn't seemingly possible. But here it is, folks. Again, we're going to keep playing this. Let's loop this. Can you please stop calling into my show if you have nothing to say? Okay, we're waiting for one caller. We have literally 600 people in here. We did anyway. And we seemingly can't get one person on the air. So I'm going to have to close the lines down if you guys can't do it. The number should be on the screen. I'm not sure why people are reluctant to discuss this. I still think there's concerns. I still think there are concerns. But it is looking a little bit better now, okay? And this is more than, well, CD Projekt. God damn it. I'm getting really pissed out here, okay? It's cold. We're not playing games out here today, folks. I need someone to call. I need one person to call in. Okay, please. Can you please call into my show? I need one person to call into my show right here and right now. 818-284-4568. It's literally free. You pick up the fucking telephone. I need someone to call into my show that has never called in before. Please call into my show right now. I cannot handle these idiots calling into my show and ruining the fucking show, okay? It's annoying, it gets old, and it gets tiresome. We're trying to get one caller. Here we go. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello, Michael. How are you?
Well, I'm out here. I'm freezing balls. But what do you think about this footage here for Dying Light 2? Are you sold? Are you convinced?
Xbox? No, it looks pretty sluggish for my taste.
Well, what you mean it looks sluggish?
There's just a couple of frame rate
Where?
drops and here and there, but it just.
Well,
I'm not entirely sure. For example, it's just showing more open instead of like heavily loaded, if you know what I mean.
no, I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean heavily loaded? What does that mean?
Like the spawn rate, like it's only showing a few zombies here and there, but not like a whole lot.
Well, I mean, this isn't like Days Gone where it has 100 zombies on the screen. I mean, there was a few clips in here that show a few. Now, yeah, Xbox One. I am very concerned for the base Xbox One because look at what they're showing. They're showing a lot of parkour on the rooftops. And there's a few combat clips here, but it is at night. It's harder to see, harder to make out. So I do feel for Xbox One base players. I think that is going to be the worst experience for Dying Light 2. I could be wrong, but they are picking and choosing the specific clips here for base Xbox One especially.
Then again, with most night scenes, auto surrenders as if it was showing for the day, because I know with a lot of cake shading, I know a lot about shadow compilation and engines. And
Okay, so you know what you're talking about is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay, so are you totally so what's the overall thought here? I mean, are you satisfied or are you not convinced yet?
I'm not entirely convinced because it kept going back and forth pretty fast and not enough.
True, it is like an MTV music video. There's about 4 cuts every second. Although they did show. What do you think about the ending clips here, where they show unedited parkour?
That's pretty fun. I mean, I'm excited. That's what makes Dying Light fun is the parkour, and I'm glad they showed mostly that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess we're still going to have to wait and see. I mean, if you're not totally convinced, then, I mean...
I'm not totally convinced yet. I'm not going to pre-order it just yet for base Xbox.
Okay, well, yeah, you're playing on base Xbox. I would definitely wait until reviews come out. And hopefully you get reviews day one for base Xbox One, because if you don't, then you're going to have to just you're just going to have to wait until people actually play it and experience it and post it on YouTube. Because if they only, when the embargo drops on the 2nd, if they only post PS5, Series X, and PC reviews, then, we're not going to get a decent confirmation on how this game actually performs when it gets in gamers' hands. So,
exactly.
This is ice.
It's fun talking.
Hell yeah, bro. We appreciate you calling in. Okay, so that guy was talking about shaders and stuff, so it sounds like he knows what he's talking about. I'm not seeing the big slowdown. I mean, maybe my eyeballs are a little fucked up. I know they are. But, I mean, even with one eyeball working here, it don't look too bad. Although there isn't much happening here. It does look smoother than anticipated, okay? It does look... We need quality callers here. Let's continue that momentum and trend. Please call into the show, guys. We got a big topic here. And there's a lot of stupid idiots trying to call in here. Guys, I think I'm going to... keep that pre-order locked in. Was I wrong? That still remains to be seen. I mean, this is a good sign. We got 4 minutes of gameplay here. Now, granted, please stop calling into the fucking show. We need one person to call into the show. I don't know what's happening. Yesterday we had plenty of callers. Today we got more viewers, and yet we have no callers. Is the number on the screen? What is going on? Something's not working here. Something's on this. I don't know why people don't want to call in. That doesn't make any sense to me. Well, the number's on the screen right here, folks. This is how you call in. If we can't get anyone online, we're going to shut it down. Okay? It's as simple as that. You got to understand, it's literally 17 degrees out here, Fahrenheit, okay? That's like negative 10 Celsius, probably. Maybe even lower. Can we please get one caller to call into the show? I need to discuss this with people, okay? This is the entire point of the damn show, is the interaction here that we provide. We get people to spotlight, to voice concerns. We need someone to call into the show, for the love of God. Please call into the fucking show. 818-284-4568. Discuss the goddamn shit that you're seeing on the screen. Here we go. Hello, you're on the air. My God, you got to pull teeth out here all the time. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, how are those load times going to be?
Oh, the loading. What do you mean?
Playing, I played The Witcher 3 on the base Xbox a long time ago, man. It's like 5-minute load time.
No, what are you talking about? Well, I mean, yeah, the loading is going to be garbage, but I mean, you know, that's just how it is with those mechanical drives.
Yeah, I don't know who would sit through all that, man. That's crazy.
No, what are you talking about, bro?
I don't know.
Damn, you guys are negative, bro. I'm actually like looking at this, and I mean, I still have concerns. Don't get me wrong, and you know, obviously the big question for me is still going to be the day one patch and how effective is that? How crucial is that day one patch? Because if what they sold us on a disc isn't up to par with what I'm seeing here, that's going to be pretty disappointing. So I'm going to have to call it out. I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but that's my big concern right now. How crucial is the day one patch going to be? Because if it's required, then they probably should have delayed the game again and mastered it on the fucking disc, so that way we at least had a better build that came with the disc that's mastered on the disc. I don't know if that's the case, but we're going to find out fairly soon. And if, you know, like I said, if I can get my hands on an early copy for PS4, I'll try and do it. But you know, if the embargo lifts, there's no point for me to get an early copy. So, I have to get an early copy sooner rather than later because the embargo is going to lift soon. But again, the big question for that is going to be who's going to be reviewing this stuff on the old generation consoles. And I don't know if there's an answer to that. So,
I don't know, man. I don't even know who's excited about this game. There's no games in it. What the fuck?
yeah, well, I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like that, you know, that, so there's a whole other fucking like world that we can discuss in terms of does the game live up to expectations? Is the game as good as its predecessor that we haven't even really dived into? I mean, I'm seeing things in this game that look a little bit worse. I get Watch Dogs Legion vibe. I had a dream about Watch Dogs Legion the other day. I don't know why. I guess because they just ended support for it. And I don't think that's going to happen here with this game. And they have a 5-year plan, but I'm sure they had a big plan for Watch Dogs Legion. But I don't know. I get Watch Dogs Legion vibes from this game. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's, I don't know what it is, but it just seems like it's sort of that mentality of, okay, Watch Dogs 2 tried to do a lot, and maybe it failed. It was very ambitious, but there was a lot going on, and then you play Watch Dogs Legion, and you could see some ideas here, but the execution. I just hope that this game can at least live up to its predecessor, because you played the predecessor, and to me, Dying Light 1, when I compare it to Dying Light 2, at least right here, haven't played Dying Light 2, of course, but when I compare them right here, what I'm seeing is Far Cry 2 versus Far Cry 3, two totally different games.
Donated €1
Oh yeah,
through
completely
Super Chat.
different games, man.
And I think Dying Light 1 is a little bit more for the hardcore audience. I think this is a little bit more streamlined for the masses, if that makes any sense. I think Dying Light 2 is a little bit more streamlined for the masses. And I don't know if that's going to be a good or bad thing, but I guess we'll find out soon.
Yeah, we'll find out if the time's coming. You know, if it gets past the
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Performance inspection, we still gotta see if it's
Well, that's the big. Holy shit, that's the big concern.
Through Super Chat. Get off your
all right,
knees
you
for
move the wheels. I'm breaking
Dude,
up.
I am not on my knee. Who's on my? Bro, you guys are being negative in here, bro. I mean, look, I'm not. I'm still conflicted, but I mean, shit, you guys are getting crazy in here with.
Oh, I've seen the gameplay of last gen, and honestly, I'm gonna say it's actually not that bad. My only complaint about it is the fact that there was barely like any combat.
Well, that's well, yeah, for Xbox One especially, base Xbox One, they showed off very little combat, and when they did show off combat for base Xbox One, as you'll see here in a moment, it was at nighttime, so it's harder to kind of see maybe some of the game's shortcomings. I mean, look, we're not looking for this to run, we're not looking for this to be perfect on these base consoles. We know they have limitations, and that's just the reality of it. But I mean, it is pretty smooth from what I'm looking at now. Is this going to be smooth day one here? Well, that remains to be seen. We have to really assess this and ultimately figure it out once it's truly in our hands. You know, once this game ultimately comes out.
I know there's like people saying that they have concerns that this game isn't gonna be able to handle so many zombies. But honestly, like they did that in like the first Dying Light game, so if they can do that, then I have like no doubt that they can do it in this. Yeah,
and people are saying that I'm hating this. I'm like, guys, I'm defending this right now. These callers are calling in, and they're just being pure negative. I mean, I'm actually a little bit more confident in this game now. Okay, now the title was made before this gameplay came out. So if that's why you're conflicted, that's what we're. I mean, you know, I set this stream up before the gameplay actually came out. I didn't have a time to. I had to, put layers on. It takes like 30 minutes to put these layers on. So.
Well, I probably will buy the game. Like, I don't have it pre-order, and that's probably a good thing. But I'm probably going to get it, like, after launch. see if the game is actually good or not. Also, I have a question, Michael. Before
Yeah.
I end this call,
Yeah.
are you going to talk? Are you guys going to talk about the Steam Deck again?
I can't hear you.
Are you going to be talking about the Steam Deck again? Like after?
I don't know. I don't know about no Steam Deck, bro. That might be. I don't know, bro. That probably not.
All right.
But we'll see. We'll see. Hell yeah, bro. Well, we appreciate you. All right, so let's get some 4 callers in here, okay? We need some real callers. I'm tired of these 3 trolls that keep calling into the show. It's very annoying, okay? Can we please get one other caller to call in? There's like 500 people in here at least, unless that counter's wrong. I need some callers, guys. Please give me callers. Are there any super chats that I missed? Holy shit, these gloves are getting fucking... Damn, I think it's fucking cold out. Can we please get callers, okay? The number's on the fucking screen. I don't know why we're having a lack of callers here today. That's very unusual. When we have the biggest news that we've had in a while. Can we please get callers into the show?
Dying like to hit that home run, tickle and be proud.
Well, they certainly, it's not in my hands. The game isn't in my hands yet. I can't say for sure that they hit the home run. Okay, but based off of what I'm gonna end the lines. I'm ending the lines. If you want to call in, you're gonna have to DM me on Twitter. It's as simple as that. We got retards calling in, and I'm getting sick of it. Okay, they're just being stupid. So we're gonna take that off the air. Okay, because no one wants to call in anyway. I guess they don't care anymore about this. But I mean, you know, what can we say? I don't know anymore. I mean, you know, it looks smooth, and I think that's kind of what it needs to do. Like, it needs to be a smooth experience, and as such, they probably had to lower the resolution. They probably had to, cut some corners here and there. But ultimately, at the end of the day, this game it's a parkour experience, right? Like, the fucking game has to, be smooth. And that was kind of the concern going in, that can the old consoles keep up? This is a more ambitious title than the first game. It's a bigger map. That is what we know, right? So, we were ultimately wondering, was this going to, were the old consoles going to keep up here? And it seems like we're getting some smooth action. Now, again, they are picking and choosing. There are cuts every about 4 seconds, There's already a cut there. Let's see what the next cut is. Right here. Boom, cut. So...
Joe Bay donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Mackle forced Techland to show their base console hand through sheer force of will.
No, they already had this planned.
If it's good / smooth, awesome.
They already... Well, I can't... Guys, I don't have the game in my hands, okay? So we don't know totally how this performs, but right now it seems like there is a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel here, when there wasn't 24 hours ago. 24 hours ago, I thought, holy shit, we were screwed, okay? Today, it looks a little bit better. There seemingly is some light at the end of the tunnel, but I'm still not totally convinced here, and we're still going to try and push really hard and really strong, because if they can hit that home run, then holy shit, we got a great game here to play.
Super Chat. Who cares if it runs good? It has no soul.
Well, that's my concern. That's another discussion that we're going to definitely have as we get into the launch here. Again, when I look at Dying Light 1, I see kind of Far Cry 2 in that game. I see a game that's a little bit kind of to the hardcore audience that maybe has some more details and bells and whistles, apparently. I mean, not apparently, but when put up against the sequel here, Dying Light 2, I think this one's going to be a little bit more streamlined, less attention on some of those finite details that Dying Light 1 had. Most people won't care about it, but I'm noticing things already, even though I don't have Dying Light 2 in my hands. Now, am I saying because you can't, because maybe the zombies can't climb over things, and maybe that is wrong, but I have not seen gameplay of the zombies climbing over anything. Maybe that's not true. I don't know. I haven't played the game. But I do know that the searching animation has been cut, okay? You no longer get close to things and search things, so it's a little, I get they're trying to flow it. They're making, they're speeding things up. Like I said, this is a streamlined Dying Light game. This is streamlined, okay? Just like Watch Dogs Legion. In Watch Dogs Legion, and this is why it just feels the same. In Watch Dogs Legion, you can no longer go into clothing stores and have immersion like that. And in Watch Dogs 2, you couldn't go into the clothing stores. And in Watch Dogs Legion, you couldn't go into the clothing stores. And I feel like we're going to have that sort of same experience, similar experience, where in Dying Light 1, there was maybe a little bit more immersion in Dying Light 1 as opposed to Dying Light 2. Now, that's not to say that Dying Light 2 is a bad game, but I think the choices made here were to maybe speed up the entire parkour and streamline the experience a little bit for the casuals. And I'm not saying this is a total casual game, but, you know, this is going to sell better than the first game, and I think they know that, as this is on more platforms than the first game was, when it launched anyway. So, is it the next Cyberpunk? I don't think it is, but we don't know yet. We still don't have 100% concrete, you know, proof that it isn't the next Cyberpunk, but we are going to definitely hone in on some other aspects of this game. Performance is still, especially on Xbox One, if you're playing this on base Xbox One, you should definitely put your thinking cap on and maybe, I'm not saying cancel pre-orders, but it definitely looks like it might have the most trouble on base Xbox One, just from my estimation here, my assumption here from looking at this footage that they have provided to us. Now, again, you have to understand that Techland is going to show us the best areas in where this game performs and stuff like that. We don't have the total details here. We don't know if this is with the day 1 patch, the day 2 patch, the day 3 patch, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have the total details here. But I think this is at the very least encouraging for Dying Light fans on those older consoles. Now, I'm playing this on, well, you know, it really depends. I mean, you know, obviously the way to play this game is on next-gen consoles, and if you have a high-end PC, of course, PC. But, you know, if you're stuck with the old-gen consoles, base PS4, base Xbox One, it looks like it's smooth enough to give you somewhat of a decent experience. And I think that was the goal, to smooth this gameplay out and to say, hey, man, you know, we really hit that home run. Do you guys agree? Is it a W or is it an L? I don't know what those callers were talking about, but they're trolls. That's why I can't take anyone seriously in here, because I was hoping to get some Dying Light fans to call in, but I guess they have all left. I don't know what's going on with that. But what I can tell you is that it's not over yet, okay? Like, you know, it's... Why is that not on the screen? You know, I wouldn't come out of the woodwork and say that we're totally in the clear here, okay? If that makes any sense. I wouldn't come out of the woodwork and say that we're totally in the clear here, although this is definitely a better sign for Dying Light 2. Again, holy shit, this is pure ice, bro. This is fucking pure ice. I mean, it wasn't pure ice about 5 minutes ago. It's pure ice now. Can't drink it. Wonder if the other fucking... I want to open up the lines, but seemingly no one wants to call in. There's literally 600, 400 people in here, whatever the fucking number is, and we can't get any callers. I don't understand what's going on there. That doesn't make sense to me. We got plenty of callers yesterday, but I'm looking for a new caller to call in. So let's try and do this again here. 818-284-4568. That's the number to call in. Let's bring it back up on the screen. I don't really want to try this again because I know it's not going to work, but guys, this is your opportunity to call in. Okay? I really want to know what people think about this. I mean, you know, I don't want any trolls to call in. That's boring. Because I'm not a troll. Like, I'm literally not a troll. This was what I've been clamoring for weeks now. It took them a little bit longer than anticipated. But here we go. Holy shit, we got all new callers. What's going on? Hello, you're on the air.
Michael.
Can't hear you. Why do you guys have terrible audio? Can't hear you.
Yeah, you can, Michael. Listen, man.
Yeah, let's go. I need you to be a little louder, man. I'm going to hang up.
Remember when they released the Cyberpunk video?
Yeah.
Okay. And everybody knew that was PS4 or Xbox One console gameplay. Why wouldn't they do the same shit?
So you're saying they're lying?
I'm saying that's all they do is lie. Why wouldn't they keep lying? Like, why wouldn't they?
Well, I mean, I don't know why they would lie. That could backfire. People will look at the reality, and if it doesn't match up with what this gameplay is showing here, well, then it's just going to be hell for Techland. So I don't think they would lie.
If they got your money, what's it matter, Michael?
I mean, bro. Okay, let me ask you this: why do you think they're lying? Yeah, I know, but why do you think they're lying? Are you insinuating that this isn't actual base Xbox One and base PS4 footage?
I think it's PC. That's what I think.
You think this is PC footage?
I do, Michael.
No, what do you mean? That's crazy, bro.
It's crazy to believe that they're just gonna show us gameplay footage from old gen consoles. That's what's really crazy.
Well, I was pushing for this for weeks straight. I mean, so you're saying that basically this is all PC footage under the guise of console footage? No, why would you say that?
Because it's very possible, Michael.
Yeah, but what incentive do they have? I mean, what incentive do they have to lie? I don't understand.
The same incentive that Ubisoft had to lie about Watch Dogs, the same incentive that GDPR had to lie. A lot of these gaming developers, they lie, Michael, to make sales. That's their first reason.
Well, I mean, yeah.
A lot of people are not taking back their games anyway.
Well, I mean, if you buy a physical copy, it's harder to take back. Most people don't do that and realize that because they buy digital only. But if you open up a game and try and take it back to GameStop, I mean, there's only so many options you have because you've now opened it. I mean, I'm sure you could trade it in for like less. You'll get screwed that way. But I don't know. Maybe GameStop's different now, or whatever I don't know. Hell yeah. Well, we appreciate you, bro. I can barely hear you, but hopefully that's not true. Hopefully, they're not lying. Holy fucking shit, man. Fuck. Oh my god, this fucking please, hello, you're on the air.
Michael,
you guys got to get louder and clearer, man.
Michael, I have a PS5, right?
Yeah.
I don't play old gen. Do you think I should? I mean, this game looks pretty interesting. I never played the first one. Do you think it's pre-order on PS5?
I mean, it's gonna run pretty well on PS5. I have no doubts on that.
Do you think?
Der Secton Spinner donated €2 through Super
Holy
Chat.
shit, guys.
Mr. V, 600 views. This truly is the next CP 2077.
See, everyone's being negative now. See, like I'm literally saying that this looks smoother than I anticipated. Clearly they are showing us what we want to see, or they're showing us what they want us to see rather. But I mean, people are coming in here and saying crazy ass shit. I got to move on to a clear caller. Okay, if I can't hear you, I got to move on to someone who I can. Hello, you're on the air.
Okay. Yeah, they are, at the end of the day, I feel like they are pulling curtains back, but they're not pulling the bright curtain back.
What does that mean? Why are you guys not satisfied with this?
I am not satisfied with it.
What do you mean?
I'm not satisfied with Techland.
How so?
Not.
How so?
Well, let me tell you how so.
I hope.
Because they're pulling curtains back on PC, but they're not pulling curtains back on last gen like we want to see it. That's the bottom line. They're recycling this gameplay and showing you something that you're not looking at. It's not the gameplay. Clearly, they have their thinking caps on, but they're not the right thinking caps that you're thinking right now.
Well, I'll agree with you in the sense that they're showing off the same areas, similar areas that what we've seen before. Nothing really new. Maybe it's for spoilers or whatever, but. There's still a lot of questions here, but listen,
at the end of the day, they're not ready to go toe-to-toe with World.
Oh my god.
the
No,
bottom
I am not a hater. You guys got the wrong impression.
99 cents through Super Chat. Wow, the seats are full. What do you think is driving?
Hello, you're on the air. Hello, you're on the air. We're not going off topic. We're not going off topic. Hello, I gotta hear, guys. Quit doing paragraphs. Jesus Christ. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? All right.
I mean, I can, but you're gonna have to talk a little bit louder out here.
All right. How's it going?
Yeah. What do you think about the gameplay here? What do you think about Techland pulling that curtain back? You think they hit that home run here?
I don't think it's a home run per se, but I was actually rather impressed at least that they showed something today. So I got to give them that at least.
Well, they said that this was coming. They said that this was coming.
Technology in 1968.
Holy fuck, man.
Ah, geez.
Yeah. There's a lot happening out here. Believe me, there's a lot happening. But yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, there's a lot of connection or something like that.
Yeah, there's a lot going on out here.
I can hear you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. So yeah, I haven't pre-ordered a game in a while because I don't know. The last game I pre-ordered, believe it or not, obviously, no surprise, Cyberpunk.
Well.
You know how that shit goes. And I played that, by the way, on base Xbox One, and I got to tell you, that was bad.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But, the other thing I was going to say is, I mean, it looks like it plays well, but like you said, I was listening to you about your Watch Dogs Legion thing. I played that game. I mean, yeah, the game looks nice, but it has really no content per se. So I can't say for
that's really that's the next big concern. Is the game going to hold up? Is it going to match its predecessor? I mean, there's just a lot of questions in terms of the content of itself and what has been changed and, that sort of thing. So we'll see. But right now, I mean, looks kind of smooth on base consoles. I mean, considering the hardware is pretty fucking old. I mean, but then again, they are, showing us what, they want us to see. That is obvious, right? But, I mean
that's a plus, I guess, So,
yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, other than that, I'm just going to wait until, give it a few days. I'm not in any rush to play any new game. College is starting up for me on Monday, so... I mean, if the game's a flop, hey, that's food.
I mean, if you don't like Dying Light, you probably won't like this game, but I don't think it's going to be a flop per se.
I love Dying Light.
Okay, well.
I mean, I played the game about a few weeks ago. I mean, I remember you mentioning something about, like, how, like, during combat, when you hit the zombies, they, like, kind of stagger into you. You definitely feel that when you're playing the game.
Yeah, and I'm not seeing that here in Dying Light 2, to be fair. I just seen some other gameplay, and I'm just not seeing the same effect.
It just looks like a hack and slash. But, I mean, the other thing you mentioned was streamlined, how the looting animation, I did watch some gameplay on that. It looked pretty hasty, but to be fair, I mean, sometimes cutting an animation to make the game a little bit
well,
faster.
yeah, I think that's why they did it. Like I said, they're streamlining things. I mean, people probably don't care about shit like that, so just streamline it. Make the animations quicker, faster, cut them out entirely. Most people don't care. They want to keep it flowing, keep it moving. So.
Exactly. Get more.
I understand the intent, but it does kind of ruin the immersion a tad bit when the player's not even.
It does. No, it does. No, you're right about that.
Hell yeah, bro.
Don't get me wrong.
Chassis UBCS donated
$1 man.
Like, I don't know, like, if this is treading water, mentioning like anything with like Red Dead 2, but like cooking like meat on Red Dead, how long that takes.
Well, that's a totally different game. They were going for immersion with that, but
that's
hell yeah. Well, listen, we appreciate you for calling in, man. We got to keep moving the wheels. Hell yeah, take care. Hello, you're on the air. All right, got some new callers in here. We got to get them in here. Hopefully, we can hear them. A lot of weird audio issues here today. Hello, you're on the air.
Yeah, how are you?
I can't make you out, man. Everyone's got 240p connections. I mean, Jesus, is 5G not a thing? Let's try it again. Hello, you're on the air. Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it. I gotta get you off the air. I can't make you out, man. You guys are in a submarine from fucking 1940. Hello, you're on the air.
Hi. So
there we go.
By the way, so my opinion on this gameplay, other than those people from past calls, I think it's fucking great. In my opinion, I think it holds up. I have high expectations for this. Like, this looks good. Like, I'm not kidding. This looks actually good. I don't know.
Oh! Hello, you're on the air.
Hello, Michael. You have the right initial impressions, Michael. They're only showing like areas where the game performs best on last-gen consoles.
Well, I mean, that's what you do. That's what you would do. They're not going to. I mean, I don't know what else. What else do you want them to show? I mean, what else do you want them to show?
Okay. Also,
this is more than what most publishers do. This is literally more than what most publishers do. I mean, it's true.
They're showing nighttime combat. They're only showing combat on the roofs, and when it's on the street, they're only showing it at nighttime. What are they trying to hide? What
are you talking about? Didn't you just call in and say, wait, hold on? What are they hiding? Where? For what console?
Like at nighttime. Why are they only showing like combat other than the roof and at nighttime? They're not showing it on daylight.
What do you mean? That's not true.
They're only showing combat on roof on daylight.
Yeah.
Where's the nighttime? Where's the daylight combat?
The daylight combat
on the street.
Oh, okay.
Like below level, like on the.
Well, there's a little bit of it. I mean, I think on the streets the game will maybe dip a few frames, but I think the rooftop is a bit safer for the game. In terms of performance.
I hope.
Yeah. Well, I hope too. I mean, shit.
Because they showed more cyberpunk footage on PS4 Pro than they have on.
No, that's not true. Don't say that, bro. What you mean, homie? Don't be saying that shit. What you talking about, bro?
They did, man.
Well.
On PS4 Pro, on PS4 Pro, they showed what? 4 minutes of gameplay?
You serious?
They showed
no, they did not. They didn't show that much. What are you talking about?
James Barnes donated $5 through Super Chat. I told you they were just gonna wait and surprise everyone. I'm glad I pre-ordered.
And PS4 Pro and Xbox One?
Well,
Xbox One X, so...
Yeah, but I mean, but they were going slow in the car. I mean, they were making sure that the game, if you go too fast in Cyberpunk, it just collapses on the old hardware. So.
That's true.
Hell yeah! I mean, yeah. Hell yeah, bro. We appreciate it. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, man.
Hell yeah.
Man, about this Dying Light, Michael.
Oh my God, here we go.
What
does Techland have to do to convince you haters? Holy shit! Dude.
Yesterday was my first time playing Dying Light 1. That's my confession. I thought I had played it, but I had played Dead Island. So I went back and played this. And, it's a pretty good game, man. I got about 3 hours in, but I think you guys are overrating the tech. I don't think it's that demanding of a game.
Well, I mean, Dying Light 2 is a little bit bigger than Dying Light 1, and it's a little bit probably more sophisticated, I would assume, right?
Yeah, I mean, did you beat the first game? Should I go ahead and finish that before?
I do have I just bought the first game a couple of weeks ago too because I didn't, I was too poor when I first came out to buy it. But I don't want to play through more of Dying Light 1 because I don't want to get burnt out on Dying Light 2 since Dying Light 2 is right around the corner. But I need it for maybe some comparison purposes or what have you, and eventually I'll get the Dying Light 1. But I don't want to play through Dying Light 1 and then get bored of Dying Light 2 quicker because I kind of feel the burnout, right? So I'm going to keep it fresh as I can with Dying Light 2.
How many hours did you get into part 1?
Probably about 3. I mean, it's a fun game, I mean, and there's guns in Dying Light 1, which I really like. Dude, when I played I looked up on YouTube how to get the gun in Dying Light 1, and you go into this house, and this guy killed himself. And the gun's on the fucking floor. There's a story there. And it's not a cutscene, but it's environmental storytelling. The guy blew his brains out, and that's how you get the gun. And it's holy fucking shit. This is crazy. You know what I mean? And there's no traditional firearms anyway in Dying Light 2. I think there's at least maybe 1 or 2 guns, but they're weird things. I don't know. We have yet to see that, so.
Hey, Mark, will you play Battlefield?
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Jesus Christ. Hello, you're on the air. Let's go. Come on, guys. You got to be ready. Hello, you're on the air. It's literally 16 degrees Fahrenheit out here. I mean, do you understand what that feels like for being out here for an hour straight with not moving much? Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, Michael. Gotta say, this gameplay I'm watching here, it looks great, honestly. I don't know why people are judging it so much.
Well, I mean, you got trolls in here. I mean, I think it looks pretty good as well. Surprisingly good. In fact, maybe suspiciously good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but people are in here saying, "Oh, it's fucking reused gameplay. They're playing on PC."
Well, someone called in and made someone called it. Well, exactly. Someone called in and made an outrageous claim that they're faking all this footage.
I know, what the fuck? How is that fucking fake footage? As Willy Wonka once fucking said, black and white, clear as fucking crystal. That's what I'm fucking saying. It's clear fucking crystal.
To fake the footage and then it backfire on them, that would be a huge disaster in terms of PR. That would be the dumbest thing that they could do. So what this is smart. Yeah. They cherry pick what they want us to see, and it seems like it's I know there's going to be some areas where this thing probably gets down into the teens in terms of frame rate from 30 probably all the way down to 16 frames or something like that. I mean, I'm sure during the heavy crazy moments this is going to maybe struggle a tad bit, and they're not going to show that obviously because they want to highlight for the most part, it seems like it flows. And that's what's important here. It's a parkour experience. You slash some zombies. The flow is really crucial. And they can almost get to locked 30 frames on base PS4 and base Xbox One. That I think that is kind of a home run, considering the consoles and their age.
Yeah, it is a home run because I don't know why. People, it's right there, people. You see it on screen. It's fucking PS4 gameplay, Xbox One gameplay. Although I do have my doubts for Xbox One. It's kind of...
Well, the Xbox... Well, yeah, the base Xbox One, they did show off combat, but only at nighttime. So I think base Xbox One is going to be... Well, it's going to be maybe not the platform to play on if you can pick.
Yeah. And by the way, I heard people were complaining about not having guns in the game, and I get that. I mean, it's getting a little boring. But here's the thing: Dying Light 2, it's kind of based in a modern medieval time kind of way. You get what I mean? The environment. Everything.
Well, I think. I'm sure isn't there a custom made hand there's like a gun at least in the game, right? Like I'm sure I'm pretty sure I heard that. Like not traditional firearms, but like there's like a custom-made blunderbuss or shotgun type thing or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
and
well that's better than nothing. I mean,
you know, there's that. I mean, that's gonna be fun.
Hell yeah. Well, yeah, we'll see. Hell yeah. Well, we appreciate you for calling in.
Thank you. Good luck with the stream.
Hell yeah, bro.
I'm sorry to deal with trolls. I get that as well.
Yeah,
It's fucking
well.
annoying. But anyway, good luck, man.
Hell yeah, bro. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Michael. I was just calling in. For one, I want to say that the gameplay does look really great. Honestly, I'm surprised.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing, too. It's like, okay, this runs pretty fucking smooth. Why did they wait so long to show this? You know what I mean? Like, this runs pretty fucking smooth, all things considered. And here we are. They waited until the very last full week of January, Friday, 1 week from the damn launch. I mean, I guess it's fine, but...
Yeah, well, one thing actually that I saw from, because I follow their content manager on Twitter, and I've seen him in like live streams and stuff, and he was saying that, you know, since the game is like already gold, they're still actually optimizing it, so they wanted to show
for
it
future patches
closer to the release date.
Okay.
They wanted to show it closer to the release date, so it would be closer to how the game would actually be before they would show like the full comparison video.
Yeah. Well, what I'm wondering is if I buy this on disc and I decide not to update it, is it going to be totally different? Because that would be pretty disappointing, because not everyone has, you know, the best internet in the world. Some people have data caps. I mean, you know, I don't know how big the day one patch is going to be, but if the day one patch is essentially required like it was kind of with Cyberpunk, that is going to be a little concerning. But, you know, we'll have to wait and see, I guess, on that. But so far, for the most part, I mean, this is pretty smooth. And, you know, I mean, based off of what we're seeing here, I think we can come away and say there is light at the end of the tunnel here. More than we thought.
I would agree with you there, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was a little hesitant until they showed the unedited parkour running at the end there, because that pretty much is probably as close to like the, you know, like our actual representation of what we'll be like seeing. But it's honestly, I was impressed that it looks this good on hardware from 2013. So.
Yeah.
Was there anything? Because I know you said you wanted to have some Dying Light 2 fans calling and having.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is kind of the big deal here. This is what we were clamoring for literally weeks. I mean, I was talking about this for fucking weeks and weeks on end, and it was just becoming a big concern. But you know, I'm still not 100% sold. Obviously, I mean, again, they're going to show us the best parts of this game in terms of performance. But you know, I mean, as long as it can, you know, hover around the 30 frames per second mark on the old gen hardware, I think that's a W.
Yeah, I honestly, it's even better that they're showing gameplay not in just the old Villador area and instead in the Giant City area. I think that is a lot more.
Okay, where did they show the Giant City? Is it at nighttime?
I believe it's. No, it's in the daytime. It's in the Xbox One gameplay.
Really?
I'm watching on your stream right now. There's the hang gliding. There's the monkey bars that he's doing. The wall running.
That's in the main. That's in the main city.
Say that again. You cut out.
Yeah, that's in the main city.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Well.
It is. It's impressive, honestly.
Well, I mean, yeah. That is impressive. Then if it's the main city, because that's going to be kind of a taxing area.
Oh, for sure. And you can kind of tell because just like by the height difference and how the rooftops look, and I've been following the game forever, so I just kind of have the innate sense that it is the city. But, you know, for some people who, I guess, who aren't like a total shill like me, but I think it looks great, personally.
Hell yeah, bro. Well, we appreciate you for calling in, man. We're gonna move the wheels.
Alrighty.
Hell yeah, take care.
Discussion with
Hell yeah, bro. All right, hello, you're on the air. Let's go. It's getting freezing out here, folks.
You're on the air.
Come on, man. Yeah, hello, you're on the air.
Yo, man, I'm a huge fan, bro.
Oh, yeah.
What do you call it, though? What do you think about the gameplay, man?
Well, I mean, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. But do you think it's good enough to lock in pre-orders, or?
Well, I mean,
I'm trying to get the game.
Well, what are you playing it on?
I'm playing it on PS5.
Oh yeah, you're totally fine. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, I mean, dude. Yeah, PS5's gonna be A-okay. Ain't nobody got issues with PS5 version.
Wait, are you gonna stream the game, man?
Well, we'll see what we can do. I don't know, but we'll see what we can do. We'll try and get a review out or something like that. But I don't have an early copy, so there's gonna be plenty of reviews out before mine gets out, unless something changes. So we'll see. Hell yeah,
man,
bro.
I'm looking forward to seeing.
Hell yeah, bro. We appreciate you. Hell yeah, we appreciate you. Thanks for calling in. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Mike, how's it going?
Hell yeah, bro.
I think you're right on this one, honestly. I don't think it's going to be another Cyberpunk situation.
Well, I fucking hope not. That was a goddamn disaster, bro, and I still don't think people understand how bad it ran on those old consoles, man. It's a fucking nightmare. It's a shit show.
Oh, yeah.
But then again, Cyberpunk, I think, is a little bit more complex than Dying Light, to be totally fair. I think there's a lot more going on. So.
Oh, definitely. I just think a lot of other developers, might have taken a hard lesson from that. But beside the point, I don't think Techland as a company will put out something that broken and rushed. But also, my main concern with the game is not really how it runs, because I do think it's going to run probably pretty good on the old consoles. I just think, I'm more worried about the content of the game itself.
Yeah, I am too.
For me, the first game is good, but the burnout, the time it took me to burn out on that game was not very long. And I just hope they do something to give it more of, I may be in the minority saying this here, so I'm just saying, only so much jumping and killing zombies, can keep you interested for so long, at least for me. And I just hope they bring something good story-wise to the table. That's my main concern.
Yeah, with the choices and hopefully they can actually hold, weight with the choices, and they can actually have consequences within the story and the world and the characters and stuff like that. If they can at least hit that home run in that area, I mean, it doesn't have to be too fucking complex. Obviously, it's not going to be, everything that they probably touted it to be or initially wanted. But, if the choices still matter more so than maybe a game like Fallout 4 or something like that, then that's a step forward anyway, so.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to see something like that.
And then, eventually down the road, it's, this game's on a 5-year plan, literally. So, they might actually add fucking, weapons in the game, I mean, they got 5 years to play around with some other ideas and shit. So, they might actually just eventually add weapons. I mean, guns.
The game itself, it's the first one, too. The guns I'd love to see. With it, I'm kind of disappointed there's not going to be guns, but I think the game really shines in co-op as well. There's a lot of games that are kind of lacking that co-op element. So I think these games shine a lot in that regard too. But,
right. Let me ask you this: Have we seen co-op gameplay? I mean.
No, I don't think we have.
Well,
but,
I mean,
in the first game, that's kind of where I got the most fun out of it.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm hoping the co-op in this one will shine. But I think you're right about the old-gen consoles. Obviously they're not going to run as good as the next gen, but I think it's not going to be a total disaster. I think you're on the money there.
Hell yeah, bro. Well, we appreciate you calling in.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, take care.
Wheels moving.
Hell yeah. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello, you're on the air.
No, we don't got time. If you got something to say, spit it out. If not, you're out of here. Get him out of here. Let's go. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Michael Kinchild with Rockstar Games. How are you today, mate?
Well, send me a code or do something. We can't talk to you, though. I don't know what he was saying. Let's go. Hello, you're on the air.
So, my biggest takeaways from this is I'm very happy to see gameplay. I'll say that much.
Well, I mean, they did. They fulfilled their promise. They said gameplay was coming. We could, maybe some can argue that we were a little impatient, but it was a concern that was growing. But we're still not totally out of the woods here. I think that's what people need to understand. There's more light at the end of the tunnel now than there was 24 hours ago. However, we're still not out of the woods.
Well, I couldn't agree more. I was going to follow that up with cautious optimism, right?
Yeah.
Because this is what I see. It did take them a very long time to even get this brief gameplay out, frankly. And what was really frustrating about that is, Michael, I remember when you asked them, I think it was back in December, when will we have this gameplay? And they said January. Now, going into January, they never told us when we would be getting this. You know, they have a roadmap out for the game, but they answer questions just so, I don't know. They don't really answer the question, right? They do this little song and dance around.
Yeah, it's like a politician.
And that's what I'm getting really worried about going into this, Michael, because I was told I'm going to have big, branching narrative decision-making to make. And I don't know, dude. I'm not really seeing that story like I did in Dying Light 1. I don't know if anyone else, from the narrative I've been seeing, I'm not seeing that really, I don't know, that next generation of storytelling. And that's what I've been really frustrated about. Why did it take this long just to get this gameplay trailer out? Chopped and edited, a lot of it was. And we really don't know much about this game. I mean, they're very broad with it. I've seen a couple things, but I don't really understand what I'm getting myself into. There's only one gun now in Dying Light 2. They haven't even talked about that. They really haven't talked about skills, character progression. I mean, I've seen other people talk about it. I don't really see them diving into any of this. Health bars on enemies, and I don't know, man. I'm very cautiously optimistic at this point. I'm glad that we got it, but I'm really worried going forward if there's going to be 5 years of content like they've promised. And I'd rather have the game day one be outdone and finished than waiting for 5 whole to maybe come out if they keep going along with the support of the game. And that's really all I had to say. I don't really want to waste any more of your time. I'll move the wheels.
Hell yeah, brother, we appreciate it. Hello, you're on the air. Holy shit, is it an icicle out here?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, hello, you're on the air.
Up? Yeah, I would like to shed some light on these haters because I'm a huge Dying Light fan.
All right.
I've been playing Dying Light since it almost first came out, and I stopped playing it. And then I came back in 2019. That's when I heard about Dying Light 2. And then they were super quiet about it. And then they came out. And I think, to shed some light, I think the developers work very hard, to come out with a game like this. And I'm super excited to see what's going to happen. I bought a copy for all my buddies so we can all play. So I think that these guys could, shed a little bit of, grace for these developers that work very hard. I think what I'm most excited for this game to come out is the amount of fear you have. I feel like in Dying Light 1 there was a lot of intensity when it came to like nighttime and stuff like that. What's your take on that?
Well, what are you saying? What are you saying about the Dying Light 2 nighttime?
I'm saying that I think the nighttime, as far as I've seen so far, and like I said, it could always it's probably just a small clip and there could be way more to it. I think it's very intense. I think that they've leveled up everything. I know that a lot of people were complaining about the UI, but I think at the end of the day, we should be very grateful that something like this is coming out, and I'm super excited. And I've been dying to play this game for so long. The real question is how many times are we going to play it around? You know what I mean? Because there's so many different ways this could go, right? Because they said that there's going to be decisions to be made, right? If you make this decision, it could go this way. So how many times are we all going to really play this around? You know what I mean?
Well, hopefully a lot. I mean, if there's actually a decent amount of decisions and they go different, ways, I mean, should be multiple playthroughs at least.
I spent $60 pre-order back in probably September, and honestly, even though they dismissed the date and they moved it, I'm still excited for what's to come. So I think at the end of the day, I think that we should all, stop bickering and finally play this game next weekend.
Yeah.
I'm super excited.
Hell yeah.
And we should have our reviews. I don't think we should count our chickens before they hatch.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it shapes up. Hopefully it's great. Hell yeah, bro. We appreciate you calling in.
All right, love you, Mike.
Hell yeah, take care. Hello, come on, guys, let's get him in here. It's getting a little too cold out here to be out here, okay? We're going to wrap this up, wind this down. Hello, you're on the air.
So, you're Michael?
Yeah, hello. Oh, fuck. I don't have time to play. I don't have time. It's too cold out here, man. It's because I'm starting to feel through the clothing, okay? The cold is starting to seep through the clothing. That's when you know you got to move. Let's go. Hello, you're on the air.
Hi. Do you think all your expectations have been met for Dying Light 2?
Well, I mean, this is definitely, you know, like I said, a light at the end of the tunnel sort of moment. Doesn't give us the clear, you know, picture totally, but it put, you know, at least we don't have to talk about this anymore, I'll tell you that. Like, it was getting to a point where it was getting really ridiculous, and Techland was refusing to pull that curtain back. They pulled it back today, and now we finally can focus on other stuff about this game in terms of the content and the choices and some other stuff like that, and the meat and potatoes of Dying Light 2.
Yeah, I'm very happy with the old gen footage, but
yeah.
What are some of the things you're worried about still?
Well, I mean, you know, the first game's kind of intense. You know, the first game is, I don't know, it just feels like the first game from what I played is kind of, this seems like it's a little bit of a different game, and it seems like it's a little bit more streamlined. Maybe that's for the better. But, you know, I just hope it has that kind of flair that the first game had, that sort of like underground vibe to the game where it's like, you know, you're roaming around, parkouring a little bit, and it just, I don't know, the combat in this game doesn't look as good. That's just my opinion. The animations don't look as good. I've seen a lot of gameplay of this, and there's something a little bit different about the combat and sort of the hit detection with the zombies and enemies. It just doesn't seem, as impactful as it was in the first game. I could be wrong, but, you know, I guess if that's the only thing to complain about, I guess that's it. But, you know, little things like that, I think if you know, if Dying Light 1 turns out to be maybe a little bit more of an immersive game, well then Dying Light 1 might take the edge for me. But, you know, the choice making and the decision making, and more importantly, really, what am I going to be doing throughout this world and the missions? Like, if the missions are just climb towers and just, I mean, you know, the story's going to be pretty lengthy, right? So, you know, the mission structure and sort of what we're doing in this world is really, it's going to have to keep me occupied, you know, and in a way that makes sense, because if it's going to get repetitive and stale, after a little bit it's going to get boring, and then there's no guns in the game, and it's like, at least with Dying Light 1, it's like, okay, I'm getting a little bit bored of the melee, let's go find some fucking weapons, you know, guns, and, you know, we can now use them against the zombies, and, you know, I don't know, I don't know why everyone's, like, so obsessed with this idea of guns being gone. It's like, I mean, just don't use them. Like, they should have still included weapons, you know, guns, I mean, in my opinion, and I know there may be some in here, they're just different, right? But, you know, I really thought, I don't know.
I do agree with you with the combat. It doesn't feel like as connected as the first game. It kind of feels like you're hitting thin air.
Yeah, and that to me is a little pretty disappointing. But for most people, they won't care. I mean, you know, I guess it's to flow it up a little bit to make it. I mean, it's just, I guess this time around it's really about the parkour. Not that it wasn't in the first game, obviously it was, but I think in this one they wanted to make it even more streamlined and keep that flow moving. And as such, they gotta, you know, maybe cut down on certain things.
Yeah. All right, that's all I had.
Hell yeah, bro. Appreciate you. Hell yeah, bro. Appreciate you. Okay, let's try and get to some last callers here. Let's take 2 more calls. 2 more calls, folks. You got to get them in. Hello, you're on the air.
All right. Hello, Michael. Big fan. I wanted to ask you a question. Is you think it's worth getting on the Xbox One X?
Yeah, I think Xbox One X will be solid enough.
All right, thank you. That's
Hell
it.
yeah, bro.
Bye.
Appreciate you.
Daddy.
Hello, you're on the air.
Pull those meat curtains back in a way that makes sense. Hello, you're on the air.
Oh my God! Come on, man, you're a loser. You work at a supermarket. I mean, I can tell
All
just
right.
from your voice. Hello, you're on the air.
Yes, this is the guy from before. I just want to kind of make an extra little comment about the weapons. I don't see a problem with them only including mainly melee, because I feel like that adds the extra intensity to the game. You know what I mean? I think that in Dying Light 1...
yeah, but in Dying Light 1, like, I had to... I mean, you know, granted, I haven't played too much of Dying Light 1, but do they introduce weapons in the story in Dying Light 1?
They do close to, like... I don't think they introduce it in the story, but I think you can actually find it.
Right. So you got to go out of your way to find the weapons, right? That's what I had to do for the handgun, but I had to look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, when me and my buddies first played Dying Light, the way we found out was we ended up doing raids, and then we ended up just kind of progressing, and then eventually we were able to just buy it from the shop. So I think for Dying Light 2, I think just the way that they're making it to where it's only melee, I think it's a good idea. I think it just brings that.
I just hope it doesn't get stale. I think the variety of the gun. I mean, I think there's still a couple of weapons in here, right? They're just like custom.
Yeah, I think there's
crafted.
a crossbow and something like that, a little shotgun. I think there was a video, and when they were showing part of the trailer, it showed the guy Aiden shooting something at people after he threw a Molotov. So I think. And it might be a teaser too. They might be adding weapons after.
Probably, yeah. Well, they got 5 years. They got 5 years to fluctuate in terms of what they want to do with this game. So there's plenty of time to add stuff back in or do whatever.
Yeah, I just like I said, I really don't think that we should be just justifying this game on our own until we've actually played it.
Yeah, we'll see. Hell yeah, bro. We appreciate you.
All right, love you.
Yeah. Hello, you're on the air. A couple more callers, we're done. We're getting out of here. Sitting too cold at this point. Let's go. Hello, you're on the air. Alrighty. Holy shit. Come on, we gotta get him in. It's getting crazy out here. Hello, you're on the air. You gotta mute the stream. Hello, you're on the air. Hello, you're on the air. You gotta be ready. Hello, you're on the air. Guys, I'm literally sitting out here. I'm not moving the muscles, okay? The blood circulation isn't moving it, so we gotta wrap this up, guys. Come on. Hello, you're on the air.
Michael, what's up, man?
Yeah, hello, you're on the air.
This is how I look at Dying Light 2 compared to Dying Light 1.
Yep.
Dying Light 2 looks more arcadey to me compared to Dying Light 1.
Well, that's what I was saying, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot more realistic on 1. Like, everything as far as like the movement, the hit detection, the gore, everything looks more realistic on 1. And I really enjoyed that because of that. So I don't know how I'm going to adjust to this feel of number 2. What you think?
No, I think you're spot on. I honestly do think you're totally spot on in that regard. And hopefully, hopefully this one's still good in its own sort of way. Even if it doesn't have, isn't as immersive or the combat isn't as intense or doesn't feel as, impactful.
Right.
So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But, maybe they'll put out a demo eventually after this game launches. Because that's what Dying Light 1 did. That's how I played it initially. They had a demo. Right. But I think it came out after the game, a few months after the game. So maybe they'll do the same thing here. Like maybe this fall they'll have a demo for Dying Light 2, a trial or something. So, I don't know if that's going to happen. But they did for the first game after the launch, of course.
Right. I think I'm going to wait and see if that does happen because, I'd rather get a feel for it before I invest my money into it.
Yeah.
I got a Series X, so I know it'll run fine.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
I'm concerned about the feel of the game and also the story. I'm not really getting like what is this really all about?
Well, I guess we're gonna have to wait and play it to find that out.
Right. All right, man.
Hell yeah, bro. Appreciate it. Hell yeah. Take care. All right. Last caller here. Last 2 callers. Let's go. Hello, you're on the air. Alrighty, let's get him off the line here. This is freezing up, so if it's gonna freeze up, this is it. I gotta wrap this up. Oh fuck. Oh fuck me, man. Please work. Please work. We're having technical difficulties out here, and it sounds like shit. Can this please work? Hello, you're on the air.
I love you, Michael.
All right, if you're going to waste my time, I'm going to ban you. My time is precious out here. It is fucking freezing balls out here. This is the coldest that I've ever done the show. Come on, I don't need you to be doing dumb shit out here. Let's go. I'm trying to get one last quality caller. Can this fucking system work? Can we get one last quality caller? That is a big question. Hello, you're on the air. No, maybe it's impossible. I'm trying to get one last quality caller. There's a lot of numbers on the screen, but it's not. Hello, you're on the air.
Yeah. Hello, are you Michael?
Yes, I am. What do you got to say?
All right, I'm just gonna put my perspective into Dying Light.
Well, I don't got time. It is freezing balls out here. It's getting to the point where it's getting ridiculous to be out here. Let's go. Hello, you're on the air. One last quality caller. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello.
Yeah. Let's go. Hello, you're on the air.
So what do you think about Dying Light 2 so far?
Well, I've already answered that, but what do you want me to tell you? What do you think?
I think it's smart what they're doing with the weapons. I think
I don't know why everyone thinks the guns being removed is a good thing. You never had to use them in the first game. It didn't sound like, right? So I don't know why you guys are so hell bent on this weapon shit, the guns not being in the game.
No, I think it's smart because
Mind
they said
underscore at
eventually later
underscore
down
Bay
the line
donated
they're going to bring
$2
more
through
weapons
Super
down in the
Chat.
game.
Great show,
So I feel like they're
Michael.
going to bring like shotguns, and sniper rifles. I feel like sniper rifles would be really smart
Teddy bear,
for the rooftop.
teddy bear.
Yeah, we'll see.
Bear.
What do you think about the PC version?
I mean, the PC version should be fine if you have the adequate hardware, like the recommended specs and stuff.
All right.
Hell yeah. Well, we appreciate you. We got to move the wheels. Last caller. Let's go. Last caller. Hello, you're on the air. Nope, absolutely. I'm gonna start blocking numbers. I'm gonna start blocking people if they can't even meet me halfway. Let's go. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Michael, I just wanted to correct your caller on one thing a while ago. Is there were guns in the story in Dying Light 1.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Got at Rise's Fortress.
Okay. Now, how far into the story is that where you get the guns?
It's pretty early on.
Really?
I mean, you go and you fight Rise, the bandits, and, later on they have guns. A lot of them will have machine guns.
Okay.
The other thing I don't like is this combat doesn't look fluid. I mean, if you can't... I played like 1,000 hours of Dying Light 1, and, you hit an enemy, you actually feel like you're hitting them. And then you swing, you do some parkour, you hit them, it's like the fluidity was just spot on. It was way better than any zombie game I played. So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you, Michael.
Hell yeah, bro.
Great show.
Appreciate it. Hell yeah, we appreciate you. Okay, we got to wind this one down, folks. We got to, if you didn't get through, maybe call in when we do the next show, but that's going to do it for today. We do appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, and supporting the show. Again, Techland has pulled the curtain back here today, 1 week until the launch of Dying Light 2, just 7 days, and we got our first glimpse of this on a lot of the platforms, old-gen consoles, and what have you, and it looks smoother than anticipated, and hopefully this can actually be indicative of what we play come February, 4th? And if it is, then we'll start focusing on other things, because now that we have seemingly less concern about performance on old-gen consoles and hardware, we can start dissecting kind of the meat and potatoes of Dying Light 2 as we get closer to the launch, and that is seemingly where we will be headed. But that's going to do it for here today. There is seemingly light at the end of the tunnel here. It doesn't appear to be anyway, the next Cyberpunk. Now, again, the big question is going to be day one patch. How crucial is it? What is mastered on the disc? That's going to be, I'm curious myself to see, how this game is on disc straight into the PS4 as opposed to waiting the updates, getting the day one patch and all that stuff. So, because Cyberpunk Day 1 without the patch was abysmal. Cyberpunk with the Day 1 patch was still abysmal, but a little bit better, a tad bit better, a smidge better. So if this is way worse without the Day 1 patch, that will be kind of concerning, and I will let you guys know if that is indeed the case. But for now, we have less concern about performance on old-gen hardware, and that's fascinating. That's fantastic, and they did stick to their word. And they did deliver the old-gen console gameplay before the end of January, and it is nice to see. It's fantastic that we no longer have to hone in on this and keep trying to push Techland to, roll this out and pull that curtain back, because they finally did it. So, with that said, that's going to do it. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, and supporting the show, and we will see you later. It's over!